have the current stock market update for Advanced Micro Devices Incorporated, stock ticker AMD. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is a 4-hour price chart. 4-hour price chart. Each candle on this time frame represents a 4-hour trading period. And what we can see here is that the stock is beginning to fail at some fairly critical levels that we have been watching here. So specifically, we'll just sort of drill out a bit here just to sort of get a broader sense of where we stand at the moment. As we can see here, there is a fairly significant downtrend line that has been drawn from those all-time highs, which came in at 227.30, I believe. Wow, I know this chart a little bit too well. 227.30 is this all-time high. And as we can see here, this trend line has now been broken to the top side. So this is a bullish event longer term, but what we're starting to see today is a bit of a decline here that is fairly substantial, and it's also starting to occur at some critical levels. So this is an area that we have been watching. I haven't really changed any of the other trend lines or chart markings here relative to the prior video. And what we're looking at here previously was a price high that came in at 187.27. So this would be the price high that was generated during the, this would be July 10 trading session. So that was before sort of the tech D-Day of the summer, where July 11th, everything started to really collapse. And as we can see, that did happen for AMD here as well. So share prices really started to move lower at that point. And this ultimate price low here comes in at, this would be 121.82. And these levels are significant because this is how we're drawing the Fibonacci retracement zone here. And as we're seeing, we're getting some critical failures at one of those levels. So if we look at this price move from 187.27 to 121.82, that gives us a 78.6% Fibonacci retracement zone coming in at roughly 173.32. And as we can see here, this ultimate price high came in at 174.07. So in other words, this is a highly accurate projection. We missed it by about 70 cents or so, and this is a longer term time frame. So this really did catch the top here, and we are now starting to see share prices move lower. So at the moment, the real question is how much longer will this continue? We have seen that longer term trend line break, which is bullish here. That is a positive for the stock longer term. But we're starting to see this rollover here in a key area. The ideal situation here would have been for share prices to break above this Fibonacci retracement zone because that would then target a full retracement of the entire price move, which would mean that this would put us back at 187.27. Of course, this is not happening at the moment, so we're starting to see a bit of a rollover here, and share prices are now sort of coming into contact with the bottom edge of the exponential moving average cluster. As all of this is happening, we're also starting to see a fairly significant upturn in bearish selling pressure. The trading volumes here are convincingly negative. So there is clearly something going on here that is sending share prices lower. I did just finish a video on NVIDIA. I do suggest that people take a look at that one as well because we're starting to see a very similar type of price movement here. And of course, these companies largely overlap. These are really the two main GPU competitors. AMD is a bit more centered in the gaming space, but they're definitely moving more attention into the data center space as well. So these really are the two main competitors, and this is really the only real competitor for NVIDIA at the moment. We do see some graphics processors from Intel as well, but the market share in that part of in that specific segment for Intel is pretty minimal compared to what we see with AMD and NVIDIA. So at the moment here, the real question is, how much further does this price decline continue? We are, as I said, moving right into these exponential moving averages. Share prices are maybe attempting to bounce a little bit, or at least stabilize right around this 200 period exponential moving average. So, the real question here is whether or not we break below this area, or if share prices are able to, sort of find its footing here and make a bounce higher. I do think that these two stocks are probably going to wind up being connected here. If we do see a reversal in Nvidia, I think that would probably translate to AMD as well. There's just going to be so much news attention that's focused on Nvidia reaching another all-time high, perhaps, that it's going to be very difficult for AMD to not benefit from that news in some way. But the question is just how much longer does this continue before we start to see share prices move higher? I don't really want to remove this Fibonacci level just yet, because this did actually catch the top. But what I would like to look at here is the Fibonacci retracement of this more recent trending move. And I understand this is a bit difficult to see here. I might have to delete one of these. Okay, so we'll delete this one here, just so we can get a sense of where we are at the moment. So, as it stands right now, we have broken through the 38.2% fib retracement of this more minor trending move here in the upward direction. So, a break anything further from here would be definitely be a negative for the stock. So we're looking at right around kind of a key support level coming in right around 156.30. So if we did, for example, see a daily close below there or something like that, I think you could be looking at lower prices at that point. Probably a dip below 150, possibly 148. Could be another price low that could be watched here, because this is a former support zone which was generated during the September 18 trading session, and it's also the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this ascending move from, what would this be here? This would be a low of 132.11. So, these are the main levels that I would be watching here. If we do see a daily close below 156, I think you could probably see a move below 150, probably to 148, something around there. So I think a lot of this is going to be governed by the trend in Nvidia. That's going to be the main story here, for the next week or so at least, because that stock is probably going to be moving into all-time highs, and that should be pulling some other stocks along with it in the bullish direction. So here's the current stock market update for Advanced Micro Devices, stock ticker AMD. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.